Good morning, everybody. Well, it's time to go pick up Uncle Dorkel. I got to go to the special hospital that he was in for all this time, and we're going to pick him up. But we've got a nice fall, some colors here, and the trees, so maybe you might want to come along for the ride. It takes a little while to get to the hospital where he's at. But we're going to pick him up, and I'm telling you what, this guy won't shut up. He's completely revitalized. Well, I'm going to let him tell the whole story when he does get on camera here. But meanwhile, let's go for a ride. Okay, I'm on my way. Now this camera here is not very good for driving videos, only because the sound breaks up when you're driving along. Some of my cameras don't do that, but I'm using the Kodak ZE1 because I want to get some good resolution pictures on the scenic drive here. It's a long drive, so we're not going to bore you with a very long driving video. The hospital is about 70 miles from where I live. It's a privately owned hospital specializing in cases like Uncle Dorkel. They specialize in very elderly people that want to have rejuvenation of their lives. They want young bodies once again. Even though they may not look young, they want to feel young again. And Uncle Dorkel insisted on being revitalized. And that's what it's all about. Pretty scenic up this way, but we got a long way to go. In order to get to this hospital, we've got about 10 miles of this road here to go to before we even get to the highway. On the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. Had a lot of trees bare. Like I say, we had a little more color than this, but it was cloudy, dreary looking day, and they didn't, give you the bright, well, this is pretty here, bright yellows and reds, so here we got a nice one there. I wanted to take you this way to give you a little, probably the last fall foliage, if you can call it that, driving video. Yeah, I'll take you a little scenic drive here. Kind of slow, nobody's behind me. I can see, like I said, the trees are kind of pretty well done with their leaves. Now this camera mount that I got on the dash is very handy. very handy. I don't know how well you can see this. I can't really see the viewfinder too good. I can't really tell if I'm recording, because I can't. Oh yeah, I can see the little red dot. Da 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 dee dee dee, la da 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 do. And there's not another like it in the country or the town. I could orbit around the sun, or march with General Washington, or be a king upon a golden throne. It was just a humble hut. Its door was never shut, and a man could get inside without a dime. Well, folks, got Uncle Dorkel in the truck here, and I can't keep him quiet. And
I'm so excited.
He chatted all the way, and of course I didn't want to record that because I want him to do all his chatting when I get him going.
They had me sedated.
Let him get himself going, I should say. In the house.
They had me
I'm going to bring
sedated
him in.
so
and
much.
He's going to tell you all about his experiences.
Each day they did a different surgery
he wants
on
to
me.
chatter now. I know
They
you're
pumped
excited,
me
Uncle. But
full of all this liquid.
let's do it on camera.
Oh,
let's
boy.
let's not do anymore because I got an earful here today.
I had this replaced
I'm telling you,
yesterday.
he was glad to get out of that place. So without further ado, I think we're going to get going on my Uncle Dorkel.
I'm glad to be with you.
I just want to make mention of a couple of things.
You don't know
He's
how
got
hard
a
it is.
somewhat different appearance. He's put on an awful lot of weight and muscle mass. At 113 years old, I found out that they were giving him humongous amounts of steroids. And they were pumping him up like crazy.
I have to tell you.
They literally rebuilt his
I'm
entire
glad to be
system, his
with you.
body, everything
I'm glad to be home again.
in his body has been just about everything's
You
been
don't know
replaced.
how hard it is.
I mean, even his skinny, scrawny neck has grown. He don't have the goiter in his neck anymore because his neck filled out more. His head is not loose like a goose before because he's got muscle mass in his neck now. So he looks a heck of a lot better. Without further ado, I want to introduce you to my new and revitalized Uncle Dorkel. Hello, everybody, and welcome. I can't wait to tell you what they have done to me in order to give me my youth back as far as being able to do things like I once did 60 years ago. First, let me start out by saying thank you, all of you, for your support. This 113-year-old man sure does appreciate it. You bet I do. Well, let's see where I can start out now. Okay, here goes. First of all, they had to replace my larynx. They replaced my liver. They took out my gallbladder. They stitched up my small intestine. They removed most all of my large intestine. They took out my slavatory glands. I can't even pronounce it. Spit glands. They took out my spit glands. They reamed out my esophagus, and they sewed up a hole that was in my stomach.
They took my pancreas and chopped it in half and cut out the bad parts. They had to replace, actually they removed my anus completely. Yes, my anus, they had to take it out. They took my biceps and built them up. They took my triceps and they built those up too. They had me stretching on some weights. But of course, before they could do all that, they had to replace all the other stuff that's inside of me. Like I just mentioned, the esophagus they had to repair and everything. Then, of course, they put me on the exercise machines and they built up my shoulders, my neck muscles, and they removed my goiter that was in my neck. They also replaced my...
What did all this
Please
cost?
don't interrupt. They replaced my epidermis, my corpus. They removed my testes and my scrotum.
Wow.
I don't need the damn things anyways at my age.
I don't think so, Uncle.
They sewed up my bladder. Not completely, but they got it so that it only holds 1/4 of the liquid that it used to hold. They removed my prostate, and it's 113 years old. That damn thing's no good anyhow. It's all hard like a walnut. They put a stent in my penis. I don't know why they had to do that, because I don't use the damn thing. I don't use the damn thing anyhow.
Why did they do that?
Woo! I'm not done yet. Please don't interrupt, please.
Sorry.
They cleaned out my ears. They replaced my rotten tongue. Put a new one in.
See?
From a cadaver.
I can see it.
They left in my rotten teeth. They had to left something original in there. Of course, they pumped me full of steroids, and that's why the hell I'm so damn big and muscular. As a result of being pumped with steroids and getting my muscular system, or whatever you want to call it, all beefed up and everything, it made lots of hair on my chest and arms, as you can plainly see. They don't look too attractive. They replaced also, they ain't done yet, they replaced my aorta, because the first time they replaced the aorta, the damn thing got corroded. They used an aluminum aorta, and the damn thing, stomach acid, what the hell stomach acid would do in the aorta, I don't know, but they replaced it. While they were at it, they replaced my mitral valve. They rebuilt my right ventricle. They also rebuilt my pulmonary valve. Then kick-started me.
Kick-started you?
They gave me about 4,000 volts at 400 amperes. They did it in a different way. They did one to the heart, and the other one on my... After they removed my scrotum, they stuck their paddle there. They zapped me, but of course I didn't know what was going on. I was basically dead. And let's see, gotta let me time to think, you know.
Don't take all day.
Hold on, you're interrupting. I don't like that.
I'm sorry.
Not when I'm on a roll here. They reamed out my belly button because it was full of dirt and lint and sawdust from all the woodworking days. You got to remember that. You know, when you get real old like me, you got a lot of things that's got to be cleaned up on you and rebuilt. They rebuilt my mandible. That's my jaw, you know. That's why my mouth opens more than it did before. They fixed 3 broken ribs. They repaired my cranium. My cranium had a big split in the back of it, and they fixed that all right. It looks damn good, too. They mended my radius bone in my arm because I didn't know it was busted. Partially broken. They fixed my vertebrae in my neck because, well, the vertebrae was loose. That's why my head wobbled all over the place. Besides not having much muscle support there to hold my head up. Then they pumped me full of gizzard juice, gave me an enema, and sent me home. Now I'm very tired, and I need to get some rest. If you have any more questions, they'll have to wait. Thank you, my friends. Thank you for everything. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Uncle.